The work that I do is in education. I have been, since 1974, I have been either a teacher or a guidance counselor. I taught home economics for 23 years, and then I moved into the guidance and counseling, always in middle school. People are always shocked, how can you do middle school? But that age group is wonderful to me. I love that age group, they're so much fun. One of the best things about the work to me was the kids. I really enjoyed, especially teaching home economics. They were in my class because they wanted to be there. We had so much fun and we learned so many cool things. And then as a guidance counselor, it was still the kids because I really loved helping them with their lives, and sometimes their problems were silly. But as an adult would think, this is silly, but it wasn't silly to them, and middle school is all about relationships, so helping them get a good grounding and establishment, how to have good relationships was really worthwhile to me. Well, the parents many times were a challenge. Some of the people I worked with were a challenge because, you can imagine in schools there are all kinds of personalities, and I had to do parent-teacher conferences, so you saw all those personalities at work, and that could really be a challenge. I had one principal that was a very much a micromanager. Those are always challenging personalities to work with, but it was always interesting. It was never dull and boring. I can say that. It's always interesting. So the way my faith impacted this was I tried to remember that my classroom might be the most stable thing in this child's life today. I always looked to see what needs there were and if there was something I could do to meet those needs, even if it was provide a pencil and a piece of paper. Parents had needs. And I just, liked reaching out and trying to be helpful. And even the teachers, when you're a guidance counselor, teachers sometimes come in your office and sit down and they have needs. So just always being open and loving, and long-suffering and having patience and all of those beatitudes, you used every one of them. I would just love prayer for, just that I can always be the light of Christ. Even if you don't have to, you can't always say the words, but you can demonstrate it through your life and the way you interact with the people you work with. And, over time I've even seen, changes in people that, I've worked with that I think hopefully is because they see that in me. Anyway, so just, just anytime you work with people, you always need prayer, just for good judgment and discernment and things like that. So, and that you always remember who you're representing.